everyone, today I'm gonna be reading The Hair Fairies, a grisly tale from Blubbers and Sicksters. Here we go. There was a manor house just outside Totnes in Devon called Little Babylon. It was owned by the Duke of Devonshire, who was known as the Hippie Lord. Because of the long hair which flowed down his back like a lion's mane, Little Babylon had the most splendid garden in all of England. The public flocked in their thousands to see the sculpted boxwood hedges which sprang from the earth in wild and wonderful shapes. Snakes, spikes, dragons, trolls, and dancing grim reapers. The Hippie Lord was much praised for his hedge art, and unshamedly took all the credit. "Oh yes," he said, when anybody bothered to ask, "I've got a PhD in topiary. Took lessons from the Prince of hedge cutting himself. An Irish tinker known as Paddy the Shears." But the Hippie Lord was not as honest as he seemed. He was not the creator of these hedge cutters. He said that he was, but knew that he wasn't. The first child of the Hippie Lord was a son by his fifth wife, Sunrise. The boy's name was Hempsock, a heavy name born of his parents drinking too much dandelion wine at 3 in the morning. Because of his dazzling golden hair, which rippled like a field of corn. He was a spoilt child, who thought about little else but his own beauty. "Is there any more in the world quite as beautiful as me?" he said one day in the park while his mother massaged conditioning cream into the tips of his hair. "Nobody," beamed Sunrise. "You are more beautiful than the stars in the heavens and the flowers in the garden of paradise." If you don't know what Eden means, it's Latin for paradise. But do not eat the apples if you're going for a stroll in the Garden of Eden, because you know what happened to Eve, right? She got kicked out after taking an apple from the snake-infested tree. "That's what I thought," said Hempsock. "So long as pictures of him were being published regularly in the Society magazine, hello, he was the happiest little boy on the planet." One day, whilst filming his son's hair for the family archives, the Hippie Lord asked him if he ever wondered why he had such lovely hair. Because I do, he said briskly. "It's the same as one cheetah running faster than all of the others, or one peacock having a lovelier fantail than the rest. It's the law of the jungle. Somebody's got to be more perfect than everyone else. And as far as little boys go, that person just happens to be me." "That's not quite true," said his father. "You were given your hair by the hair fairies." "By the whom?" he said. "The hair fairies," chuckled his father carelessly. "They were returning a favor." "Fairies?" gasped the boy. "Real fairies? With rings and stuff?" "To be honest, I don't know," said his father. "I've never seen them. I've exchanged notes and colored leaf dew, obviously, but they don't like to be seen." "Oh, but they wouldn't mind me seeing them," he said. "After all, they must like me to have given me such beautiful hair." "No," said his father. "You never want to see them." Used to getting his way, Hempsall kicked up a straw. "If you don't let me see them, I shall scream," he screamed. "Scream away," swore the. "You can only see a half fairy if you've been bad. And if you've been bad, they have to punish you. Trust me, little prince, you never want to see a half fairy." But Hempstalk was curious. How bad would I have to be to make a half fairy appear? "This is silly," said his father, who wished he never brought the subject up. "Under no circumstances do you want a half fairy to appear, and you do not need to know." Hempstalk was pretty sure he would have to do something awful to his hair. After all, it had been their gift to him. Why, he said suddenly. "Why did they give me my hair, if it was a gift? What was it a gift for?" His father shrugged, as if he didn't know. He did. He knew everything, but he pretended that he didn't. It sounds crazy that half fairies, flighty creatures of diminished stature, weighing in at 6.5 nanograms, will reach no longer than a shooting matchstick, the wingspan of an aphid, and the body mass of a banana prawn, confronted the life of a human being. But size isn't everything. If you got magic, if you got mischief, magic, the ability to plug power tools into your limbs, extend your temporary skills, and the natural gift for dancing on your side, that's pretty much all you need to be a master race. The next day, Sunrise announced that she was pregnant, and 9 months later, Hempstalk had a sister. Like her brother, Moon Unit was born with a shock of arrows over her head. Unlike her brother, the hair was inky black, and by the time she was 1, it flowed down her back like precious oil. Wingmakers rushed from around the world to outbid each other for a similar crown of glory, but it was not for sale. "It's a gift from the hair fairies," Hempstalk announced to the greedy collection. "Nobody must ever cut my sister's hair." "Good boy," beat his father, the heavy noise, thinking that his son had learned his lesson. Well, but Hempstalk was a good actor. He gave the outward appearance of being protective of his younger sister, but underneath he was a seeming pile of fallen fury, waiting to explode! So jealous was he of his salty sister stealing his limelight that every day he plotted his revenge in devilishly dark corners. For 3 long years he fooled the world into thinking that he adored his sister. When people told him how privileged he was to live in the same house as her hair, he nodded and laughed gaily. When shifty strangers slipped him cash and slipped him a curl, he pushed the money back into their hands. When children pulled her hair at school, he broke their fingers. Hempstalk was the perfect older brother, loyal, loving, and generous to a fault. But that was all about to change. When Moon Unit turned 4, she became old enough to know better. And old enough to know better was exactly what Hempstalk had been waiting for. It was a cold Monday in late March. The hippie lord was out in the garden, attending to the latest head sculpture that popped up overnight, a phoenix rising from the ashes. And Sunrise was greeting the sun in a variety of yoga positions on the hearthrug. This meant that Hempstalk could do as he pleased without anyone knowing his business. He found Moon Unit brushing her hair in the nursery underneath her hair humidifier. "Do you like secrets?" he said, kneeling in front of her and stroking her cheek. "I'll read the rest of the story tomorrow. Like, subscribe, Click the notification bell or subscribe to its uploads, and I'll see you next time. Bye!